We're the dancers. Hello everybody, happy Halloween. In the spirit of Halloween, today's video we're going to be conditioning as if we are the dancers. Also, if you understood that reference in the beginning, hey, at least the joke landed. So we are going to be focusing mainly on the arms, legs, and core. We are going to do some back work. So if you're ready for this challenge, and I tell you it will be a challenge, typically I do more static type of aerobic exercises. We are staying in one place, sort of focusing on the movement. Today, we're actually doing some exercise. So we're bringing it from yoga to Pilates. So if you're ready, then let's go. So first, we're going to warm up our body. As you've noticed, I don't even have a yoga mat. You don't need any props to do this video. Just need you, maybe a leotard, maybe a tutu, but you don't have to go that far. So from here, we're going to engage our core. We're going to find Tadasana, feet shoulder width apart, tucking the tailbone in, raising up onto the tiptoes, hands coming out to second. And we're gonna remain here. Or you can do some arm circles, or you can join me coming from second to first. Second, first. Keeping those shoulders down and away from the ears. Still on your tiptoes. If you can, allow the fingers to follow the movement. You know, we are dancers here. We want to keep the port de bras very pretty. Engage the core if you feel like you're destabilizing. Maybe focus a bit more, don't talk as much as me. Second, first, second, first. Now coming into first position. Cross the belly button. Slowly bending at the knee. Keeping the heels up off the ground. Holding here. Now raise it up. Opening to second. Coming down back into our preparation. Second. My shoulders are solid. They are not moving up and down. Holding here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Now we're going to come back up, bringing the feet together. Coming back into second. Now we're going to raise it up for fifth. Really warming up the arms. Still noticing my shoulders are solid as a rock. They aren't moving. I'm allowing my elbows and my fingers to create this movement. Still up on our tiptoes. Very tall and pretty. Imagine a string is pulling from your crown, strengthening your entire body. It is making you rigid, but still soft and pliable. Coming to second, bringing the arms down into first. We're going to come down once again. Holding here. Continue breathing. isn't usually like my yoga where I'm telling you inhale, exhale. So follow your own breath, but be sure to have it at expansive breath. All right, slowly make your way up. Opening up to second. Coming back to fifth. Tucking that tailbone. I'm already sweating, so you should be too. Coming to fifth. Remaining here, getting even taller. Now release. You can roll out those ankles. Stretch out those feet. From here, feel like our legs should be thoroughly warm. Our ankles should be warm. Now, let's get those arms going. So inhale, arms up overhead, coming into fifth. Exhale, hinging at the hips, keeping a strong torso here. Inhale, go ahead, release all the way. Feet come out, shoulder width apart. We're going to walk it into a downward dog. Hey, voiceover Jessica here. Now we're in downward dog. We have our chin tucked ever so slightly. The heels digging into the floor. Getting a long, deep stretch in our shoulders. And the abdomen, the lower abdomen should be engaged. Remaining here. Inhale, while keeping the elbows tucked, squeezing toward your rib cage. Want them at a more 90-degree angle instead of bowing out in a traditional push-up. We're going to sort of snake it through into cobra, coming down and through the arms. Hold here in cobra pose. My necklace is caught on my nose ring. All right, continue holding here. Pulling a deep back bend. All right, from here, press up into a plank. Try tuck the tailbone. Now lift the left leg up. Continue breathing, engaging that core. Put it down. Right leg comes up. Making sure that hip, keeping that hip down, those hips parallel to the mat. Inhale, leaning the body forward, elbows tight to the ribs, coming into a chaturanga. You see mine is quite high. I'd rather you have a high chaturanga than go lower and not be able to support your body. Now allow that to drop through, controlled into a cobra. Now exhale, coming from cobra into child pose. Just allowing those arms to rest for a bit. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, come right into downward dog once again. Stretching out those shoulders. Inhale, walk it back. Exhale, arms up overhead. Inhale, fold forward. And exhale, walk it out, downward dog. Inhale, snake it through. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, tuck those toes, popping right back up to a plank. Being sure the tailbone is tucked. Lowering down, very controlled.
Remember, if you can't get too low in your chaturanga, stay high and keep your core stabilized. Inhale, lower down, cobra, stretch out those hip flexors. Inhale, press up, downward facing dog. Now walk it back. Arms up overhead into fifth. Exhale. Folding forward. Crawl it out into downward facing dog. Now plank. We're going to do some Spider-Man crawls. So bringing the right knee to the right elbow, left knee to left elbow, right, left. Keeping your pelvis very stable. This can only be done by engaging that lower abdomen. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, walk it all the way back, all the way. Arms coming up into fifth, pretty hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, walk it out to downward dog. Exhale, flatten out to plank. Inhale, we're going to turn onto our left side for a side plank. Gaze should be up. That left arm up. Place that left hand on the left hip. Now for some dips. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come back to plank. Exhale, lower down. Elbows to the rib cage. Tailbone is tucked, forcing you to engage that abdomen. Makes planks a lot harder, trust me. Proper form. All right, control, drop it down into cobra. Inhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Gonna walk it all the way. Fold forward. Inhale. I want you to clasp your hands behind your back and allow your hands to drop behind you. It's going to be an excellent stretch in the shoulders. I needed it with all those chaturangas. Exhale, release. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, snake it through. Cobra pose. Toes are up. Pressing back into plank. Opening up to the right side. Right arm up overhead. Side plank. Now bring that hand down onto the right hip. Do some hip dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now release that. Come back to your plank. Inhale, bringing the chest forward. We're going to come into our chaturanga. Remember, it's all about the shoulder girdle. I don't care how low you can get, as long as you're properly supporting yourself. Exhale, slowly, controlled, release that cobra pose. Inhale, we're going to transition into our back work, laying flat on the tummy. Going to do some opposing leg raises or swimmers. Lifting the left leg and the right arm, release. Right arm, left leg, release. Left arm, right leg, whichever one you started with. Opposing legs coming up stretching the back, strengthening the back, down. Inhale, just the torso, hands in fifth, raising the torso up, controlled, down, up, down, up, down. One more, up, down. Now we're going to transition to the legs. Try to keep the legs parallel, up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, a little longer on the legs, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Now extend one leg and, one arm out to fifth. Extend that leg out, attitude, extend, attitude, release. Same leg, attitude, extend, attitude, extend, release. Attitude, extend, attitude, extend, and release. Attitude, extend, attitude, extend, release. Switching arms and legs, attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque, release, do a little extra, attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque, release. Feel so French. Attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque, release. I'll stop. Attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque, release. Extend, bend, release. Whatever way is helping you learn it. All right. Now we're going to press up into Cobra just to get a good stretch on those hip flexors once more. Now we're going to come into tabletop, crossing at the ankles. We're going to come into standing ankles, clasping the hands behind the knees, getting a good stretch in that back. Now, go ahead and press back into a child's pose, forehead to the ground. Getting a good stretch in our shoulders, much needed. Keep breathing here. Inhale, come to tabletop. Now we're crossing at the ankles. Go ahead and come into staff pose. And fold forward for seated forward fold. Inhale, come up. Now raise the legs up into half boat pose. Slowly extend one leg, then the other into full boat. Now release the hands, balance. Bring the legs in, out, a sweeping motion. Doing a crunch with our boat. Arms coming out, in, out, out. Now slowly allow the legs to drop to the ground, fold forward. Inhale, raise the torso back up. Separating the knees now, we're coming to a wide-legged seated boat. Now I want you to release the legs, find your balance. Now close the legs in fifth, arms come up to fifth. Arms come down into first between the legs, open, close, arms up, arms down. Inhale, extend the legs open, wide-legged forward fold or middle splits. Inhale, bring those knees back together. Let's go ahead and raise both legs up at the same time. Challenge yourself. Now find the balance once again. We're going to scissor kick, leg up, leg down, alternating between. Doesn't matter what leg you start with. It's just important that we don't let our feet touch the floor. Leaning back will help you stay on your sits bones and release. Bring the knees back to the chest. Extend the legs out. Now we're going to come back into our controlled release. Down. Exhale. Come back onto the elbows. Legs should be up in the air. Extend the feet up, allowing it to drop 6 inches. Now draw those knees back to the chest once again. Allow those legs drop to front of you. Extend it out. Flex them, bending that knee. Extend the legs up. Now extend those legs out. Bringing them back. Extending them forward. Now from here, go ahead and scissor the feet. Allow the legs to drop into a middle split. Continue to scissor them. Find it quite difficult to do this. It's challenging. Now inhale. Slowly allow those legs to extend out, not letting it touch the ground. Now raise those legs up as high as you can. Doing a crunch in our legs. Targeting the lower abdomen here. Going. One more and release. Now coming into a little bit of a wheel, wheel. It's going to stretch out those hip flexors. Release that. Now coming into a crunch position. I like to, 3. I like to keep my legs just to the side of my torso. Hands gliding at the hip. Sorry, my headband fell off. Being sure when you're crunching, you're feeling the underside of your shoulder blades, your scapula. Bringing the legs up, bending the knees, we're scissoring. Once again, can flap the arms up and down. Helps with the core stabilization and just getting some extra movement. Keep going, fluttering those legs. Inhale, bring the body in. Exhale, hollow body pose. Hold here just a few seconds. Keep breathing. Feeling that core engage. Now slowly release. Flat on your back. Inhale. Bringing those hands behind the head. We're going to bicycle crunch. 5 on this side. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 4 on the left side. whichever leg you started. 4 on the next side. 3 on this side. And then 3 on the next. I think you can see what we're doing here. Bit of a countdown, bicycle crunch. 2 on that side. And then 1, and then 1. Allowing the legs to extend out in front of you. Straighten those arms out. We're going to do some extended leg crunches. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross the left leg over the right leg. Continue crunching. I don't want you to stop crunching. Cross the right leg over the left leg. Keep crunching. Feeling you rolling onto the scapula. Inhale, bring it through. Use that core, bring you into half boat. I don't want you to touch the floor. This is a challenge here. Inhale and do some Russian twists. Staying in half boat, twisting from side to side. Very controlled. Exhale, drop the feet down. Still doing the Russian twist motion, pushing away. Make sure you're leaning back, engaging your core. Inhale, raise those legs back up, balance. Extend the legs out and in. Some in and outs, fluttering the legs, extending the leg, bending the opposite. Exhale, release. Lay back. Now you can remain here and do some leg drops with the legs raised above the hips. Or you can join me in some shoulder stands, pushing up, dropping down, not allowing those legs to go too crazy. Dropping down 6 inches, up, down, up, down. One last more, up, down, up. Now slowly bring the legs down. Extend your arms out side of you like you're making a cross position. Now scissor those legs, alternating. 1, 2, 3. Don't let them drop. Don't let them drop. Now this was killing me. Don't let them drop. Bring those knees into the chest. Ooh. Now extend those arms right back out and extend those legs out at the same time. Slowly. Don't allow those legs to drop. Hold here. Hold. Hold. And release. Oh my gosh. Did an awesome job. Now from here, man, that was hard work. Go ahead and roll over onto your tummy. Coming into a tabletop position. Slide the left knee forward. Extend the right leg back for pigeon pose. Go ahead and drape the torso over the left leg. Feeling a good stretch in the hip flexor, because I know they feel a little tight doing all that ab work. Breathe in here. Inhale, raise that torso up. Come back to tabletop. Slide the right leg through. Extend the left leg back. Now drape the torso over the right leg. Pigeon on the right side. Whew. I know you are spent. And hey, even if we're not dancers, do this video a few times and you will have the body of one. Release that pose. Come to tabletop. Drop those hips down to cobra pose. Separate the feet if that's a little intense on your low back. Inhale, press up, separating the knees, allowing the torso to drape through in child's pose. Breathe in here. Catching your breath, allowing that heart rate to slow. Exhale. Roll over the ankles, coming back into tabletop. Go ahead and lay flat onto your back, being sure the shoulder blades are tucked underneath you. Just shimmy them under. Palms facing the sky. Feet, ankles, knees, chest, arms, neck, jaw. Everything is relaxing into the ground. You should be very proud. That was hard. It's an intense workout. You were at it for about 30 minutes too. Got your aerobic activity in for today on this Halloween day or whenever you're tuning in. You don't need to pretend to be a dancer only on Halloween, you know. You can condition like a dancer any day of the week, any day of the year. Keep breathing here. So again, I'm telling you, if you don't believe me that this is how dancers get abs, this is how dancers get a ripped back, so those ballerinas can look so delicate but so ripped on stage. Yes, this is how. I'm telling you, keep doing it. Gotta see it to believe it. Inhale. I want you to slowly roll onto your left side. Press yourself up. Come to a comfortable seated position. Keep those eyes closed. And I want to do a breathing exercise. I'll help you target the vagus nerve and relax the sympathetic nervous system. What we will do here is breathe a long breath, pause, a short breath through the nostrils, and then exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Inhale, stop, short, quick breath, exhale through the mouth, deep sigh. One more time, inhale, stop, quick breath, exhale through the mouth. I want you to do that anytime you're feeling a bit stressed. I'll post on my community tab how to do this breath, just so you can really understand it. Long inhale, almost until your breath is full. Short inhale, then release. I hope that this maybe didn't bring you a little more peace, but a little pain today. Namaste. I still do wish you a peaceful day. Namaste.